Human-elephant conflict, a matter of public concern that has received so much talk in Livingstone this year. Elephants are also referred to as jumbos, peaceful as they may look but dangerous when provoked. Human-elephant conflict results in casualties and economic losses for humans alongside significant psychological stress for communities and negative impact on conservation efforts. These conflicts cause crop raiding, property damage, and injury or death to both people and elephants, leading to a cycle of fear, punitive killings, and a decline in tolerance for wildlife. The increasing conflict is driven by habitat loss and encroachment, forcing human and elephants into closer proximity. Despite elephants being in healthy ecosystems, their removal or decline due to conflict can have negative consequences for biodiversity. Some of the effects on human-elephant conflict are economic loss, where crops and property are damaged or destroyed, threatening the livelihoods of farmers who are often economically vulnerable. Physical injury and death are often as a result of coming into contact with elephants, which can lead to serious injuries or fatalities for humans. Other effects include psychological distress. Communities experience a chronic fear for personal and family safety, as well as anxiety over potential property damage. Social and daily life disruption. Activities like attending school and earning wages can be disrupted as people focus on crop and property protection. Trickling down to the tourist capital Livingstone. In 2025, the tourist capital has experienced human-elephant conflict almost on a daily basis, with some members of the public being killed while others continue losing property and vegetation. One of the compounds in Livingstone prone to elephant attacks, Linda Compound, had this year seen destruction of property, nature, and even human life loss, with local people appealing to the government to ensure these wild animals are taken back to their designated areas, the national park. Prime Television Zambia had visited the area to appreciate the extent of the damage caused by elephants and also to get more insight on what really transpired.
Ma banana, the following day, Nabuzajuwa wants my banana, my orange wants chachos, Kuliba neighbor, Munda wants 1 minute, oop, drive VB. Kunkarankara, the second day, Nachimva futu kusaidu, cha gwesa popo kule nangu, popo jagwela kumalaiti kuja, kuchi donse, chapya na malaiti, cha lira, mwechi naendela. Manje kaya hapa, isi, wafuna tinkale branch. It's better ngasi tipa iwe wazi tipa sawa pa malio paji simba pa emozi simba malio na survive ako compensation kulibe but ukati uchipa yewe ati sentence bakumanga manje mara sungira bana ndani sipa ni fair mwanje kuvota ni seti vota tiku 4 francs 04 manje zambo enda ukavota 04 njovu ziembekeza nda Then chaka kulibe. Kubiza tizacita. Sifani fair mwandi. Government yanganepo. Vazawa wachepa wangenese bantu, lotu mungenese maticha, abangenese vazawa.
Ifine panganda pamwandi fyachi befiri 12 paka vazawa okuisa bachichepa. Bachisafe mulika motoka unless balisha nemfuti. Olo bachilisha emfuti tafyachi tayachi ama elephant. Nomba mone fo fingo na wile yadi ama flowers ama flower pot kunseko nawe myekonse na afili ama flowers nomba twala ikala shani panondi no tulo kulala tulala akasuba ubushiku 19 hours ni shifo kwacha nomba nishituzankala bwanji olo kuvota tukavota shani tatulelala ififina mefi bafira fe bafipa baskumba bapose kwa mano ifina mefi bafipa ama teachers yalifya mukomboni muyale n'obwalwa kaiteresa mbilisha abana ba school mulandu wakwe bati tabale akumachito so trefu ababengisha abazawa babengisha abazawa.
I think mwaona mutengo amene wagwira masembo wagwira pa nyumba sese mbetafela mu nyumba so tapempa mwandi ba government mwandi batione kutapapata batione at least ba chiteko improve bazawa bambili because bachepa na njovu za paka because i nyumba sembe agwira i mutengo sembo agwira kusembeta fela mu nyumba
amulange bantu mbo bali mkufwa tuli nkusinyekerwa bantu bani nkulia taukwa twambako twatwafidamo twangwabwiya eno ponya kuleme kwezi nyama bantu kaba mana kufwa tatukonya kukomokoro support enji baleta amalira kambo bumi wa mtu tabuligwa mwaibona tota kuchikwe kwenda yakwana 18 hours ni waburu bangu swetu njira mu manda 18 hours ponye no basi manchito balenda buti bamwe bakomboka 20 hours toilet swe muno mulinda angaanze tunozwa buti misururo so ejirome mwida mwali kundi jesi maningi kuli simu ntuzia buyopere kuli simu ntuzia utedi buche masiku wafwa kuzwidanze
bolito bazibone kwa 10 akuli kame bane bakula mwamba ne bakayachwa kwa simbuzi kwali isemu bulaya mwabona nibi nkota iwire so mulawo bone fa 10.
I've been in Livingstone for almost 45 years. I've never seen such kind of animals as at this time. Izi njovu kudala zenzeko manje hapa izi njovu za paka. Our lives are at stake. Secondly, bazawa mena wakambati bazawa machita patrol. There's no money power kuli bazawa. Bazawa bachepa. As you can see chimutengo cha mili chagwa. If chimutengo chensi chagwela pa nyumba. Sikuti semeta losing my lives yabantu yambili maningi. Let the government do something over vinyama my elephants. Otherwise my life yate wonse muno tuzasira kufa. Wani bakamba kuti tenzo vipisha. In our days kulibe mina pusha machiteni my elephant. But vibwela vambili. What's the way forward? Secondly, we've got an MP, Mr. Honorable Skumba. What is he doing? Nothing. Not even kubwera chabe batuchako chabe address. Or one day chabe to convince us. Or batina maboza who take it to be serious. At least watu zako mawe ya chilimbizo. Okerekani niende ku parliament nikakambe tiwone way forward. Izi njovu tu bakambati ni za ku Botswana, ni za Zimbabwe, ni za Namibia. Why can't they sit together, Zimbabwe and Botswana and Namibia? Let's find a solution. These are animals. There is no way utinga zambo kukala pamozi na vinyama. Even vinyama. Vasiliza magadeni yonse. Vayamba chani, vamba mitengo. Vikasiliza mitengo, where are they going to? Ni tumanyumba. Utu tumanyumba tuwalinda as you can see. Tuwaku dala. 19 zingatu. Kochikagwila kocha beso. Tikufa.
But why do elephants enter people's compounds? Elephants typically enter human compound or settlements in search of food and water, driven by factors such as territorial loss, drought, and disruption of traditional migration path by human development. This behavior is a direct result of human-elephant conflict. Human population growth and development have encroached upon elephant natural habitats and historic migration routes, a situation that forces elephants into smaller, fragmented areas, increasing the likelihood of encounters with human compounds as they search for sufficient space and sustenance. One uniqueness of an elephant is that it has an excellent long-term memory, particularly the experienced matriarchs who lead herds. They remember past locations of food and water, including agricultural fields or artificial water sources near settlements, and will return to these places even if they are now human-occupied areas. Additionally, elephants use a powerful sense of smell to locate food, water, and other elephants, and they can detect chemical markers associated with water from miles away, and can also be drawn to the scent of crops in fields adjacent to human compounds. With calls from local people in Livingstone seeking media coverage, Prime Television Zambia was at hand to provide a platform where these local people could air their concerns.
Twakomba nebazawa twapatila tatulali kutalikira bo 24 hours paka 04 amutu gwase mwabona mutu asinyekerwa potu jana watu soti tushuga mponyawa ino tulapona buti
nobazawa amutu gwashe twapatira ambone mbo twasinyekerwa so twati tuvuge masiku tutande tuvune chakurya Jesu inzovu zijabantu
tamuchitika botupe twakamilizija ezinzovu kazitana kuchichandera kule twauma 40 kono mulikede tamuyandi kuti mubole kamba muntu wafano wajaya nzovu nimwakafambana kapilipili nimwakasiga
tipempa kulibwe bazawa please pakilandi koni nzeru kulivi vinyama onani mwameva onongera kuno tikakomboka kumanchito nikutamanga kuyopa vinyama vamene hivi tizangala bwanji onani mwameva onongera vintu hivi apa pali hivi vintu vamene valima apa nje pamene tipezerapo chakudya.
We have been invaded by elephants in our communities. They came in the early hours, as you can see in my background. This is it's a farm. There are a number of elephants that have invaded our communities, and they have destroyed properties, fruits, our crops have gone.
Ditouze sadi 2 weeks harulobali kwanu. Bazawa kambe kulikimutu yabula ileto kambe banga muhato. Chweli touza bona zalu kataza busiwa kuna kulobala. Abange muhato mabona kimasherenia. Ki investment ye. Kuna ni mapipe fa irrigation kafa zisinyize ngulu fa zisinyize zipunyize mwale mapopo hakuna kulobala. Lupira chwani kanti.
Both public and private property got damaged by elephants, leaving authorities and private property owners in shock as little or nothing could be done to reverse the reality. Schools such as Linda West in Livingstone stands as an example of destruction of public property by elephants, a situation that culminated in fear by the pupils.
My complaint is the way these animals, the elephants, are attacking the community, Linda community as a whole. We've brought you to this school, reason being that this is a government institution where the wall fence has been damaged, the crops for the production unit have been all damaged by the same elephants. And if you look at the security now for this school is at risk.
We're having difficulty, there's too much distraction. Linda West Pre- and secondary school is the only school that we have in Kariba Ward. And the biggest challenge that we have now is these animals are actually bulldozing, making sure that the offenses are now damaged.
Manjo vienze abwela 01 to 02 ya pwanyama pillars. So, si first time ya mapita chabe, lero ya suka ya pwanya, bana nishwarigone sinenzeko. Chamene nifuna government inenifuna munipangire mapillars cause napanga loss imwe bazawa ifunga tapa ya njovu mumabwela kukambati ni mulando nikumanga muntu but ise bantu yapwanya ichinango apa muntu simuganizapo vili vonse
nasenu twabutuku kwa teni kimukulu akayeba yebula ile elephant akuna neba compensation yeli teni babulela kuli banana bazama yanga kuyolerekanga litoma mshitu otherwise zona lito kizona zazitamwa komboni which means bani bulela kuli komboni ye kipakingi timvera kubaba ifameti na balabana ibeve bakonda ma elephant because bafolera pondram ife mameti luza banda timpeza pochiani palibe mpindu ile onza mameti pesa bazawa abo baenekera bafike kumulala batigwese mitima otherwise ne bangadi mange pochabe because mameni verera ndi amebenzo ntandiza kumuziba jabana kunilimira lero bazawa sibanga nilimire sanga nione olo kuni munjira bani bunka
ngambuli kuti byanganda yonse yenda kutirimuka katira kunzo ukulaunduka kunze konse chindaka hangite impwa yonse mapopo onse amana minsale yonse ndonga ndiradya impwa ndonga ndirajera bya ndirajera pene nyazo kunzi wani hayikubola mugungu chiteni kunganda kuno kutera kutyolola mango onse ali hete so kundityoleta mango onse chitanandira pona bumi bulibuti mebu hika mango mungu to banonga tera kwihala notandina ndapona bumi bulibuti ai mane ndimewito ndilajitabutika mango ndautyani ndali kuchita chitende ndali kugwa hikwa mango.
Due to public outcry concerning these distractions and death, a meeting on resolving human-elephant conflict was held in Livingstone, where Tourism Minister Rodney Sigumba was present. Livingstone District Commissioner Eunice Nawa was equally present, councillors, Ward Development Committee chairpersons, officers from the Department of National Parks and Wildlife, among other stakeholders. About 8 people have so far died of human-animal conflict. 7 of the 8 died specifically from elephant attacks, while 1 was killed by a hippo. Now, clear measures have to be put in place to prevent these occurrences, especially that human life is involved.
Put pressure on its NATO allies. Here in Greenland's capital, at least, they're hoping cooler heads will prevail.
Coming up, Close Up asks why climbers still underestimate the danger of the mighty Matterhorn. Don't forget, there's always more on the website, dw.com, and also on social media at DW News. I'm Sarah Kelly. Thank you so much for watching.
Scam could happen to anyone.
I fell into a trap.
All it needs is a bad day.
So we're talking billions here that these criminal networks steal every year.
Love, Like, Lost starts January 28th on DW.
Since the first person ever climbed the Matterhorn, there have been 603 deaths recorded. It's the world's deadliest mountain. No other has claimed so many lives. The mountain itself is a labyrinth. You get tired, your concentration drops. At some point, you just want to go home.
Last year we had a lot of deaths. A father with his son, 2 colleagues, a woman climbing alone, a man. Just how often it was happening became a problem for the team.
The Matterhorn isn't a mountain you can just climb casually, even if you're very skilled. It's been a year now. That image will probably never leave my mind. That person just falling, silently, with his backpack on.
No mountain guide, no experience, the wrong equipment. Many of them just shouldn't be up here. Will you look at that? They might as well have left their rope at home the way they're climbing. It's no wonder there are so many accidents. To look at, the Matterhorn is simply one of the most beautiful mountains in the world. In the mountaineering scene, the Matterhorn will always be one of those must-haves on your list. My name's Anjan Trufer. I'm a mountain guide here in Zermatt and the head of rescue operations for Air Zermatt and the Zermatt municipality.
Anjan has led over 200 guests safely up the Matterhorn. On top of his mountain guiding work, he's been part of over 100 rescue attempts on the mountain, but many ended fatally. Today he's with Air Zermatt. The helicopter team is getting the mountain ready for the next season.
Okay, everything's in the green.
In early June, the 4,478-meter summit is still completely covered in snow. For now, the crew can only access it by air. It's still far too early to scale the peak. Over 3,000 people try to climb the Matterhorn every year. The standard route follows the Hönli Ridge. Fixtures and ropes are installed along the way.
2, 1, contact.
They're there to make the ascent safer for climbers.
We're unhooked. You're free.
Copy, hoist up.
Part of our job each year is to check the equipment. That should be fine. We just replaced it last year. We've put in anchors at various spots. Some are just small expansion bolts you can clip a carabiner or a rope onto. Farther up, there are really thick fixed ropes. You can hold on to them or pull yourself up.
Hayes secretly joined the Sandinista guerrillas, who had been fighting Somoza in the underground for years. In August 1978, the Sandinistas launched the attack that would make them famous beyond the country's borders.
There were 25 of us in our unit. Most were between 16 and 18 years old. We explained early in the morning where we were going, what we were planning to do, and what we expected.
The goal was to take over Somoza's parliament, dealing a severe blow to the regime.
Everyone agreed, despite the danger.
The building was heavily guarded. The only way for the rebels to approach was to pose as Somoza's elite